Welcome. I want to welcome you to this brief overview of the BirthSync support dashboard. I'm going to walk you through what it is like to use our system tab by tab so you can get a feel for what you will manage your birth working business with. First, we're going to start with the overview, and the overview is where everything that's happening in your business is going to live. You have quick actions here, recent activity, your follow up tasks, all types of clients. All of our plans support 4 different client types, so you can have an idea of exactly who you're taking care of. You can track your revenue, and you can also track your revenue by client. You'll see your plan details at the bottom here. You can even see your top selling products and services and track your leads. In the client section, this is the hub of your business. This is where the majority of your time is going to be spent. It's going to be in the client directory. It's going to be possibly archiving, adding clients. This is how we add our clients. And you have our four client types here, as you can see. And once you add your client, you can even import clients. Once you add them, you're going to get a client card, and this is the hub of care. So you'll have an overview screen, which shows you important pieces of information that you can enter on your clients. You have screenings, our solo plans, you have a self care assessment, and a EPDS postpartum anxiety screening that is scored. And you have an education tab so that you can track specifically the types of education that you're giving. You can choose the category, and then when you click add education, you can choose certain subcategories based on the main category. And then your visit notes, pretty self explanatory here. You'll be able to choose your visit type, provider, visit date, and the time. It auto calculates that for you, and then what you did on your visit. And you'll also be able um, to revisit that information and download it. You also have a referral tracker. You can add referrals for your clients if you have referrals that you need to pass on to them. You have client logs. For postpartum, a lot of times, if you're adding a log, it can be any of these: general progress for mom or any baby stuff, baby feeding, sleep, diapering, or weight. And then you have records. So this is where a lot of the documentation can be held. You can have signed documents that will populate here. Anything that you can request from your client, you request it here. If you need to upload something, you can upload it here as well. And then these are forms. You have a pregnancy obstetrical history form, immediate postpartum record. These are things that are not required to use the system, but they're available if you want to use them. And then goals and preferences. The goals and preferences is going to be filled out here. So when you click what you want to fill out for, you view and edit the goals, and this is where you can fill that out. You can also save it and sync it to review it later, or you can also just save it if you think you may be changing it soon, or you don't want to create a PDF of the preferences for you to use. Your referrals, of course, are going to show we covered that. And then your portal activity. Each one of your clients, when they're entered into the system, automatically gets a portal built for them. It is up to you as if you want to have them use that. And portal activity, portal management it's a different video. But I wanted you to see your portal activity is where everything that's happening with your clients will be. So, for example, this is just another type of Debbie McPregnancy here. She's a birth support, so she's still pregnant. And everything is the same here. You'd be able to see all of your screenings and everything that you have here for uh, for you to use. So this is what our solo accounts look like for the client page. Operations is pretty self-explanatory. This is where your revenue will be tracked. Once you assign packages to a client, you can track and record that as revenue. We also have an expenses tab, which you can track expenses here, and you can track projections in your business and plan on how you're going to make your revenue. Invoices, this is where you create your invoice. You pick your client, and then you fill out the fields. It will pull in the fields that you have preset in your settings for whatever packages you have. And you can also add items that are manual if you don't have them already listed. Your documents is going to be where you hold on to things that you may send to multiple clients. You can upload it, you can add a field to it, as you can see, and you can add any of these types. You would then fill out your label, and then you can mark it whether it's required or not. Your calendar is another hub, and your calendar is where obviously you'll set appointments. You can set a calendar sync in your user settings if you want that. If you don't need it, you don't have to use it. You can just use this calendar here, but you can select appointment type, the client type, provider. In this case, you don't have to put that there if it's just you. And then you'd be able to fill out the details and create a calendar event. You can also view your calendar events by looking at the calendar monthly view. Each of our accounts also has a booking page, and our booking page allows you to collect appointments from current clients if you'd like, or collect appointments from potential clients. You can set up your unavailability. You can set up the type of booking that you want to take. You don't have to take all types of bookings. And then you can preview this page, and it will show you the connection page. Your client will decide if they're new or existing client or a potential client. And then the email here will find them if they're existing client. Um, and then, of course, their phone number, the type of services, even if it's a consultation or if they're undecided, they can actually notate these things at the bottom here and then submit the request. So that is our booking page. We're going to moving on to messages, and messages. This messages page will immediately populate once you have clients. You'll be able to send them messages here. You just start the conversation and you send them a message. They'll receive an email that you sent them a message, and they can actually respond by logging into their client portal where all of the messages are saved. You don't have to have a cell phone number or a mobile number to communicate using this system. The team management page is just that. It's going to be you. And then under the solo plan, it's any backup providers that you are inviting. You can use either one or two backups depending on your plan. They'll be able to log in and chart care on your clients if they attended a birth for you, whatever the case may be. So that is the team overview, team management page. Here on the team management page, you'll be able to see yourself and then any pending invitations for backup providers that you may have sent out, and then any inactive providers that you no longer are using but you want to track. Moving on to our leads. This is a leads pipeline. Now, this is the box that was on the dashboard that was you were able to track your leads based on where you found them, how they came in. Sometimes they come in through the calendar. Sometimes they can be manually entered by you. This lead was manually entered. You can track this lead by editing the details. You change the status, contacted, follow up, qualified, not interested, or converted. And then you can also add tagging or additional notes that will show up. Once you've status them or converted them to a client, you click this, pick your service type, and then you fill out the form, and then they become a client. They'll show up on your client's page. You can also track conversion history here, and you can see because you don't have any conversions, you don't have history, but you'll be able to see your total leads within the last 30 days. This is a very easy task and follow-up system. You can set one for yourself, and if you have backup providers or others, if your agency account, you can use the task manager to help keep track of things. Reports are also going to be available on some of our plans, and it will take some of your statistics and give you some very basic statistics based on your charting, based on your screenings. Client resources is what you would create to send to your clients. You can do web links, video links, or files. And then once you create a resource, you'll be able to share it with them via email or their client portal. Our knowledge base is going to be where we communicate with you about BirthSync. Managing the portal is going to be where you come in and you set communication. Again, this is another place to communicate with your clients besides the messages tab. You can also set up a custom link that will live inside of the client portal. You can set templates. Our templates are actually very robust, but if you want particular templates, you would set them up here. And then this is our ticketing in-house ticketing system. You just click it, follow the instructions, and submit, and then you'll have a ticket that you'll be able to check on. And if you need to communicate with us or we communicate with you, we will do it through the ticket. And then our settings. Settings is probably the first place you should go. When you come to BirthSync, you want to definitely come in, upload your photo, um, make sure your business name is correct, accurate. Sometimes those change. Your address, phone, and then a communication support email for some of the automatic emails that go out on your behalf. You want to make sure there's an support email there if they need to get in touch with you. Terms of service you will be required to sign, and that is a copy of it. And that essentially, can't forget about dark mode. That essentially is BirthSync. So we have more detailed, more smaller videos that kind of go in depth to some of the features. And if you see our BirthSync YouTube channel, you'll be able to check out some of those, as well as the knowledge base. But this is a general overview of a very robust system on birth workers and practice management. And I would love to see you on the inside of it.